Hi there, my friends. Hope everybody's doing well. This is Lady Sylvia, and today I want to show you some other collectibles that are extremely beautiful and well done. And these are Russian lacquer boxes and lacquer ware. They are done with paper mache. The molds are made. Everybody has a job in these villages. One makes the paper mache molds, one paints the interior, one paints the exterior, and very trained artists are the ones who draw out the actual painting, and then another person goes over and does all the gold gilding. Then they're fired, and they're painted, and clear varnish, I guess, is placed over that. And the main villages in Russia that do this work, which is dying out, is Palak, Fedoskino, Mystera, and Kalui. I don't know that that's the pronunciation of how you say it, but that's how I know it. And the work is absolutely insane. And so if you see these things at reasonable prices, they do not sell for most reasonable prices. Some of the more elaborate boxes could be $300–400 up to thousands of dollars. A lot of these boxes we found in our travels to Alaska, where there's a lot of Russian dealers up there. And there's also some I found at estate sales and flea markets where there was a Russian guy who'd come all the time. And I always tried to buy something from him because he always had beautiful things from Russia. So this is the story of Ivan and the Firebird. Almost all of the boxes are painted with fairy tales that are native to Russia. They are very much similar to Hans Christian Andersen and the Grimm brothers. There's a lot of sort of Cinderella sounding things and other, the story of the Little Mermaid, very similar things. But anyway, here's a beautiful, beautiful box. Just take a look at this box. I cannot read Cyrillic, but I had some Russian guys who were working in my house, and I asked them, and they translated it, and this was made in the village of Kalui. Look at this. And they actually told me that in Cyrillic, you write your name sort of backwards, and they could tell which one was female, which artist was female, and if there was a male artist. And most of these were done by women. Incredible. This is the story of the maiden with the golden hair. Look at the detail in her shirt. These are all painted. These tiny, tiny details are done with one hair of a squirrel hair brush. Look at this incredible work. I believe this is also Kalui. And they're usually red in the inside and black on the outside. It's a little tiny box I found in an estate sale. This is the story of the Frog Princess. 3 brothers shoot their arrows into the air. Wherever the arrow lands, you have to marry that person. One married a rich girl, another married a girl who weaves, and the poor guy in the middle, his arrow landed by a frog. So he ended up marrying a frog, who of course turned out to be a magical lady. This is a beautiful one, painted like a violin. My husband plays violin. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that. So it sits on its own little stand. Here's another box, the story of the stone flower. And Danilo is a stone carver who gets an order to make a beautiful, magnificent cup for a great lord, but he doesn't know how to do it. So he's told to go into the cave of the Copper Mountain, and he meets the mistress of the Copper Mountain. Notice she's green like malachite, And inside the cave is all these beautiful flowers cut from stone. So here he is going, oh my God, holy crap. Kind of cool. Here is another one of the same story. There he's holding the stone flower. You see her face? That's the mistress of the Copper Mountain. Look at how the detail is just astounding. Absolutely, there she is. So beautiful. It's hard to believe. And this was painted in Kalui. I hope you can appreciate how incredibly beautiful. And then this one is in the shape of a swan. I like the unusual boxes. And this is the story of Tsar Sultan. And all the main parts of the story are on the body of the bird. Look at that, how gorgeous. And this was painted Kalui. And oh my gosh, this is so beautiful. They paint, according to this book I have, they painted scenes from their churches and towns. This is just an absolute astounding, off the chain. Look at this. Look at this. And it doesn't end there. Wait, there's more. Bang. Look at that. So this might be Moscow, I don't know. But this is just an astounding piece. I had to have that one. And here's another cool shape one. This is how it came. This is the story of the Snow Maiden. And it's a little box in the shape of a chair. And on the box is this ring. Just the work on the ring alone is just amazing. So there's Father Frost. And this guy goes, it's like a story like Cinderella, because he has a beautiful wife, she dies, and then he marries a lady with an ugly daughter. The wife says, take your beautiful girl and send her to the forest, and wants to kill her in the middle of winter. So he obeys. Like, you're asking yourself, why the hell would he do that? But these are fairy tales. And so then she stays under the tree, and she's cold and shivering, and Father Frost says, are you cold, my dear? She says, no, I'm warm, thank you very much. She doesn't want to offend him. He asks her 3 times, she always says, thank you very much, I'm warm. And so then he gifts her with the beautiful sable coat and lots of quilts, and he gives her a casket full of jewels. So when the father comes back the next morning to pick up her dead body, instead he finds this beautiful girl wrapped up in furs. So then the ugly wife says, here, take my daughter and put her under the same tree. I want that money. So the daughter, of course, is not a nice person. And when the Father Frost says, how are you doing? Are you warm, my dear? She says, of course I'm not warm. I'm freezing to death, you a-hole. And she says, what do you think? And she starts screaming at Father Frost. So he, of course, kills her. And so then when the guy comes back the next day, he brings home her corpse and no jewels, no nothing. So then, of course, finally he leaves the old woman and lives with his daughter happily ever after. So there's Father Frost. Looks a lot like Santa Claus, right? But it's not. Totally different things. And this is the fairy tale of Ruslan and Lumilla. Another incredibly convoluted fairy tale. But look at the detail in the work. This was made, let's see. This is Kalui. Look at the work on this thing. And so I have two versions of the same princess. One is this box here. Notice the luminescent. They layer gold foil and silver foil. Like there, on the crown, on the dress. This one was made by Fairytales. And Fairytales is known for their, look at all the tiny gold flecks everywhere. They're known for their luminescent painting. They use mother of pearl as well. They are absolutely drop dead gorgeous. This is the same girl. Notice she looks slightly different. Different headpiece. Notice the luminescent headpiece. See, just slightly different. But look at the clothing. It looks like it's real, like it's just gonna, like you could reach out and touch the silk. This is footed. Look at that. Isn't that incredible? I don't know. I love beautifully painted things. Now, when you go to your garage sales and stuff, this is a cautionary tale. This is not hand painted. This is a decal. So they're starting to come out with a lot of these cheaper done ones. You could see, look how simple the rabbits are done, and because this is a this is a decal. So beware. You know, they're not worth anything. I wouldn't pay $10 for that. But I bought it as an example to show of what to avoid. Here is a pin painted on mother of pearl, I believe. These are scenes in the countryside. And this is Fairytales. They're painted on a like a low-grade silver. But look at that, how beautiful. The reflection in the water. I really fall in love with these pieces. I think these are masterworks. Look at that, the detail in the trees. I hope you can appreciate that. They're just made on a silver base, you know, very plain. Here's a lacquer ware one of this. This is Tsar Sultan. And this is the fair maiden. And when she danced, she turned to the right and a lake appeared. She turned to the left and swans appeared. And here is a traditional Russian lady in like her wedding. And even though this is just a small pin, I thought it was really beautiful. Beautifully done. Look at the clothing and the way her headdress is done. And it's, I can't understand any of that, except that it was made in 1995. So that's about all I could understand of that. And then the pièce de résistance, I found this gigantic plaque at the estate sale of a couple that collected Russian lacquerware. And the back has a $400 price tag. Of course, I didn't pay that. It was filthy. It was covered in nicotine. Look at this thing. It's humongous. I'm sure it's worth the 400 or more now. This is a scene called a Troika, where the horses are taking a couple on a sleigh ride. Notice the bell in the horse's mane. This is just fantastic. It's just incredible. That's big. So here it is. Look at that. My lamp's causing a glare. I'll turn that away. Look at that. How beautiful. I think that is absolutely astounding. And I think I paid $25. And it was just covered in nicotine. And I got rid of that. It was very smudgy and cloudy, and I think that's why they sold it for less, because they thought it was permanently damaged. Anyway, hope you enjoyed my little adventure to the world of Russian lacquerware, and appreciate some of the incredible artistry of the Russian villages. And thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe and share with your friends. Have a wonderful day, my friends. God bless you all. Thank you again.